Hey, I'm Jody. Welcome to Mini Dramas in Manhwa. On this channel, I will be chatting about Chinese mini dramas and Korean manhwa. This is my first ever video, and I just realized that I created this YouTube channel over a year ago. I had no idea so much time passed by. So let's just hop on into it. When I say Chinese mini dramas, we'll go on this channel, we'll go by my definition of things. When I say Chinese mini drama, I mean a Chinese drama that is 3 hours or less. I will be talking about mini dramas that are probably on average about 2 hours. Over time, I've gotten more and more into shorter mini dramas like 45 minutes, an hour. So how did I start getting into Chinese mini dramas? A few years ago, I was recovering from a medical procedure, and during my convalescence, I got into Chinese dramas, full-length dramas. I mean, 40 episodes, and each episode would be 30 minutes to an hour, usually 45 minutes to an hour. And over time, during that time, I realized I am really unhappy with these endings. I just spent 40 hours or 30 hours watching the show, and I'm unhappy with it. And prior to that, I had been watching Korean dramas for years, and I had very similar experiences. It's a lot of time to invest for a rushed ending or an ending you're not satisfied with. And so I loved Chinese dramas though, but I wanted to invest less time. And so just by accident, really, a Chinese mini drama popped into my feed one day on YouTube, and I checked it out and I fell in love. Now, unbeknownst to me, a lot of these Chinese mini dramas, these clips would be on social media, maybe TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And so people would come to YouTube and try to watch the whole thing or, learn more. I didn't know that. And so those are the types of videos I was watching. They were extremely low budget and very short, maybe 30 minutes. So again, on social media, maybe they would show a clip a day or something like that, but they'll always have a special place in my heart. I don't really come across videos like that anymore. But when I say low budget, it gave me like a high school play kind of feeling, and I loved every single moment of it. So that was my intro into Chinese mini dramas. And so with YouTube, so I watched one and then another popped up and another like in my feed. And so that's how I started watching them. And over time, I found channels that had a higher production quality and longer. So they were an hour, they were 2 hours, and I really, really got into them. So I want to talk a little bit about Korean manhwas. Manhwa, you might be more familiar with the Japanese word manga. It's a digital comic. And how I got into those was quite by accident. I was on YouTube and someone had posted a YouTube short, a particular scene from a manhwa called how Raeliana ended up in the Duke's mansion. I can't believe I feel like I'm not saying the title properly. Editing Jody put it here. I don't want to pause because it's taken me over a year to do this video. And in truth, when I set up this YouTube channel, I had been thinking about it for probably a year. So it's time to get moving. So I was on YouTube, this YouTube short comes up, and it's like a funny clip from this manhwa, and it got me interested. So I went and downloaded a couple of, I think it was on Crunchyroll, right? I think it was on Crunchyroll. Well, the anime was on Crunchyroll. The video I saw was the anime. And so I ended up downloading 2 different apps for digital comics. I don't remember the names now, and I think one of them for sure went out of business. So they weren't intuitive and kind of clunky to me. So I didn't get into those apps, but I didn't give up. I did download Tapas, where Raeliana lives. She's still there, and I highly recommend that manhwa. And then I started reading manhwas on Tapas and also on Webtoon, probably Webtoon before Tapas. I'm no longer reading digital comics manhwa on Webtoons strictly for budgetary reasons. Yes, you can read, and I will make a separate video about that probably at some point. But yes, you can read manhwas for free, but it's to a point depending on the app that you're on. So maybe the first 5, 10, or 20. Again, depending on the app, depending on the series, how many episodes they already have out. You can read them for free, and probably like 1 to 3 free per day. It depends. Again, I don't want to get too much in the weeds with that, but you reach a point where you gotta pay, or you gotta, get some coins. It depends on the app. It might be called coins or tickets. I'm making that up. It's not called tickets. It's called something else. And so anyway, now I'm only on Tapas, and I have a bunch of digital comics, web comics to introduce and or recommend or chat about. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I had something else in mind for this video, but I think I'm going to stop here with an intro, just talking about how I got into both Chinese mini dramas and Korean manhwas. And in this description link, I will put the link to Tapas and to Webtoon. Those are the two apps I'm really familiar with. I haven't been on Webtoon in a while, but they have amazing stories that I will get back to as soon as it's in the budget. Tapas I'm on all the time, and maybe we'll see each other in the comments. That'll be interesting, because it's not my name or the name of this channel. But haha, maybe you'll recognize me by my comments. We'll see over time. All right, thank you if you got this far. I appreciate you. In the links, in the job description, I will have a link to at least one playlist. I just started creating, I have one playlist up right now, and my intention is to post this video today. I'm recording this on July 16, 2026, and I'm just going to post it. I'm not going to worry about thumbnails and the correct descriptions and titles and stuff. I just want to get started, and I want to keep going. So stay tuned. In the description, I will have at least one playlist with mini dramas. And interestingly enough, the one that I have right now is an AI one, so don't be too surprised. And I will talk about AI mini dramas. I have a lot to say in another video, but again, I just want to get started. Okay, if you got this far, I appreciate you. There'll be links once again to Tapas and Webtoon, so you can check out manhwas if you haven't already. And if you have, please tell me what your favorite manhwa is. And for the Chinese mini dramas, I will have at least one playlist for you in the description. Or if you're on YouTube, you can just go, you're in my channel, you can just go to playlist and click on that. And it's just a variety of different AI dramas for you to check out. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you for watching.